let's call this. Okay, so now let's check pretty quick homework. So how many guys have done homework? So you need to be very careful while assigning this estimation. Okay, you cannot put anything whatever you want. Yeah, the estimation should be because let's say there is a user story which requires limit amount of time. You cannot put 20 hours. Okay, if that thing takes only 8 hours, then you cannot use 20 hours. Okay, so this thing is you need to be careful while applying these hours. You cannot apply whatever you want. Okay, so you need to be careful on putting on those hours. Okay, so see, I didn't check everyone homework, but that's pretty quick, This is mine. So okay. Okay, good. You guys need to use always make sure you put the attachment. Okay, without attachment, I mean some companies will prefer that's fine. They will say okay, so they will say whatever they want. Okay, so it's not like what they say. It's like what you are doing. Okay, because at the end of the day, it's you who needs to. Okay, so because everything comes to you at one point saying that okay, you didn't tested it. Okay, okay, if you have tested, where is the result? Okay, so this is very important while doing it. Okay, attachment should be there. Okay, I didn't check everyone attachment. Okay, I might check if today if possible. Okay, maybe today it's a little busy. So you guys didn't executed this, so this is no point of writing test cases. Okay, there is no test case here. So okay, um, you guys didn't execute it, and if no, I think I told in our homework, right, to execute. Yeah, I already written in the instructions. So when I have written in the instructions, you need to follow the instructions. Okay, so let's go to the next module, defects. Now, okay, so somebody already opened this defect. So here's the thing. Okay, I never told anyone to open defects. Did I tell anyone to open defect? See, this is a problem. So you shouldn't do what it is not, what is not told to you. You cannot just come up with a, I'll open defect. Now, I never told you to open defect. So this is not a very good idea to open defect in advance. Nobody told you to do that. Does it make sense? I never told anyone to open defect, but still somebody opened it. So you need to be very careful. Okay, so here you're practicing, that's fine. I'll not say anything, I don't care, whatever you do, you have access. But when you're at project, you are not supposed to do when it is not told to you. Does it make sense to everyone? Okay, so I don't care, whatever you want to open one defect, you open 100 defects, I don't care, a lot of things. But if this goes to your boss, if your boss sees that, the next question to you, will be, who told you to open the defect? The first and valid question will be for you, who told you to open the defect? Now, how would you answer that? Right, you cannot answer, right? Any response? Any response from anyone saying that, okay, you've done, okay, you said something, okay, there was a defect in the application, you did not coordinate properly, you did not communicate properly. So, okay, your boss calls you at the desk and sees the defect and asks you, who told you to open the defect? Simple question. So there are 20 people, 21 people in this. I don't see any answer. Anyone? Any answer? Right, you don't know, right? You cannot answer it. So you need to be very careful while doing this. Okay. No, you cannot say that, just open the tool, you cannot say this. See, that's what they didn't hire for you. Okay, they hired for you to do the job, not for exploring and all those things. Okay, so you need to be very careful when you're doing all this. So that's not a valid answer. No, I was trying to explore anything, I was trying to do something. No, you cannot say that. Because when you are not told to do something, don't do that. Okay, so this should be very careful. Okay. So see, here's the thing, you need to always check with your lead, you need to check with your lead. And you know what, if the lead says, okay, you can open a defect on this, then, you can tell the boss the same. When your boss asks, okay, who told you to open this defect, then you can say, yeah, you know what, I checked with my lead, he told that it's an issue, and, I coordinated with him, and, so he told me to open issue. So, that's the reason I opened issue. So that will be more good answer. Okay, so when you are dealing with this, and coordination, again, I stress more on communication, because that will only help you out. Because if you, coordinate this issue with your lead saying that, hey, can I open? And he told yes, then you can say, yeah, you know what, I checked with my lead, he said to open it. Right? So that will be a better answer for you than saying, no, I was exploring the tool. Now you cannot just say that, because this is a real-time project, and you cannot say I was exploring in a production environment. No, that's not a valid answer. Okay, so next time be careful when you're doing this. Okay, here it's okay, it's fine. I don't care. You open defect, you create user story, whatever you want. But in the real time, these things become very serious. Okay, so make sure you coordinate that information properly with your lead. Okay, and you need to move forward. Okay. Okay, so now let's go to this tab. So today we'll discuss about this defect section. Okay. Now, you know what, so let's say you have done testing, so you guys done the homework, right? Lot of issues. So now we need to open the defect. Okay, you have written the test cases, good. Okay, and some of this, like somebody said the test case has failed. Okay, that's good. So test case has failed, so if test case is failed. Okay, so here's the thing. You know what? It's when it is failed. Here you said the failed, but you cannot say that pass. It should be failed. Okay, so you have to change this verdict to failed status. Okay, so once if it is failed, then you need to open this defect. Okay, now let's work on this. Okay, now let's say I have this defect. Okay, what defects? We will go to this back to our demo on time. So we found this defect here. So for the sake of convenience, I'm using this. Shipping. Shipping and handling is showing as $5 when I'm trying to order these many large quantities. Okay, so I will open that defect. So let's say new defect. So when I open this new defect. So, okay, so somebody asked a question, right? Explain about the build. So build, see, so what's the build? So build is, okay, so somebody asked a question in a test case, how to, what is exactly the build is, okay? So here's the thing, where is it located? It's located here in the result, test case result. You see this build number, build 25. So that build, you need to coordinate with your lead and check it out, because that is, once once you're in the project, you will know which build it is. If you coordinate with the developers, a lot of people, then you will know what the build. But normally you won't know. You need to check with the lead, saying that, hey, what build we are really working on. So what's this build, right? So build is, so whenever you open a defect, they fix the issue. They fix the issue, they release a new version. New version, you again test it, a new defect, a new version. That's the same thing gets, keep on getting. So that is called builds. Okay, build 1, build 2, build 1.2. It's kind of version, What is this version? So this is same application, they are fixing that issue, they are putting new things, new features, changing the functionalities, changing all stuff, okay? They are keep on adding upon that, so that's called build. So 1 build, 2 build, 3 build. So they have this numbering system to number in each and every defects they have encountered and fixed it. Okay, so that's build. But for that you need to check with the lead, because lead are or your manager or scrum master. Okay, scrum master is supposed to know that, but if it is not, then you need to check with your lead and manager. Okay, so now let's pretty quick go to the defects module, and let's open a defect. So here's the thing, right? So how do you open this? Okay, now there's a naming convention here you need to follow. Shipping and handling. Okay, let's go to this. Okay, so here's the naming convention. Okay, shipping and handling. So I will be giving some information about what's the issue is and GM on it, which project we are working on. Okay, so I would give that information to here, and if there's a critical issue, sometimes it's a critical issue. Okay, in that case you need to you need to put the critical issue. Here I'm putting my name or your name. Please put your name. Because we have only one user ID and password, so here you need to put. Otherwise, in real time, you don't require this. Personally, I use this for production issues or real time issues, so that I'll put like critical issue. Instead of my name, I'll just put as critical issue. Okay, so that this, or it's a production issue. Okay. So that's the reason I use. Okay, so this is the thing. The naming convention is like 2-3 words of what the defect is and what the project you're working on, and if there's any critical issue, you put in this. Okay, And let's go to this each and every module here. So, okay, so I'm changing the schedule to in progress because this is not defined. Okay, we are working on this, so we'll just put in progress. Defect state. Okay, so there are 3 states. Okay, not just 3. There are, we'll talk this in detail. Here you have the submitted. So see, whenever you open this defect, it will be in submitted status. See, this is a very small thing. Okay, the defect state should always be open status. Okay, the defect status should always be in open status. Why? See, let's say you're working in this current project, it should be, let's say you're working on future projects or something like which project is not open yet, still we are working on. So in that case you can put submitted. But here it's an open status. Let's say you forgot, okay? No, that's not really a valid reason to say that, okay? Let's say you forgot and put in submitted, and it's a very small thing. Will get you into great trouble if you do any mistakes like this. Okay, you put it submitted and submitted the defect, and let's say go went to the developer. Developer didn't care. Anyways, they don't care. Okay, because they have other work. They have a lot of work. They have production work, and they will be doing that. And you forgot about this. It was 1 week and you didn't care about this defect and you too forgot. It's gone. Now, you'll get a call from your boss. Okay. Now, when you get a call, okay, hey, can you stop by at my desk? So, you know what? The next question, your boss reviews all this and said, why this defect status in submitted status, why not in open status? The next question from your boss will be, why is this in submitted status? Why not in open status? Valid question, right? It's a valid question. Why is it in submitted? Why not in open? Now you cannot say, you cannot say that like I forgot. No, that's not a valid reason. Okay. No, I forgot. No, I didn't say that. No, you don't have answer for this. Okay, so even now this question is not even somebody said, right? I was trying to explore new tool. Okay, so that's is not a valid answer when you. Okay. So this is a very small thing, and this might get you into, great trouble. Okay, so it's always make sure in open status. And if this is ready, just put it ready. We'll not worry about this here. Plan estimation. This has 2 estimation. So this is more for a developer point of view, because now the owner of the defect is a developer, not a tester. Okay, so he or she will determine how much estimation to be done here. So just put some number here, but normally this is done by the developer. Okay, now let's see here, and let's go to the description here. Okay, you need to write some description here. So what will I be doing is, I'll write some description. Okay, so here's the thing. Shipping and handling fee is showing as $5. Okay. Now, when you give this information to the developer, no developer won't understand. So, it's like, what are you talking about? Okay. So, as always, okay. So, as always, I recommend always to put a screenshot. What picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So, you need to put a screenshot here. Okay. Without screenshot, you don't want to submit any defects, because now if developer even looks into it, he or she will completely ignore this defect, okay? Because they don't know what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to order large quantities. What quantities? Shipping and handling fee showing you what it has to do with my project, okay? They'll just ignore it right away, okay? So, what's, oops, okay. So you need to put always screenshot. So what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot, print screen, and put it here. So, and I'll make sure I highlight it. So now it's more clear to everyone saying that what exactly is that defect, right? Does it make sense? So what I'm trying to say is shipping and handling fees, you know, showing up. Okay, let's see. Desktop. So, you know what? They have made it very easy for us. Just insert this image here. Use this option. Okay, great. Now I can see this. Okay. Now, if you put the screenshot here, you know, now it makes sense. Okay, so this is what the issue is. Okay, now developer understands more. They know what the URL is. The URL is showing here. That's good. You know, once you get the URL, developer understands more. Okay, so which project you're working on, they will understand it. And then we will tell you, is it really, you know, it's your job or not? You know, sometimes don't expect that one guy is responsible for this. There are a lot of people who are working on, okay, this is web developer, Java developer, HTML developer, architect, you know, again, you have Ajax developer, a lot of people are there, you won't know who is responsible for this. But yet you submit it to the developer and, you know, so they will tell you, okay, so this is not my job. This is, you know, that gets rejected to you again. Now you need to figure it out who is responsible for this. Is it a ETL guy? Is it a, I know, front end guy or back end guy, you know, whoever it is. But we have opened a defect and more information. Okay. So we just put it here and, you know, put the screenshots. Screenshots is must. Okay. So it's up to you. I mean, it's, I would, if I would there, I would put screenshot for every defect so that even if, see, sometimes the defects is like 7 months old. Okay, 7, 8 months old. I mean, like, oh, when did I open this anyways? Kind of that, and it comes back to you saying that, hey, this should be fixed. I'll be like, oh, I don't even remember when I opened this defect, and still came back to me. So then you need to check it out, all this information, you know, all this. So it will, at the end of the day, it might also helpful to use, you know, what you're trying to do and what happened. So it's good to put this screenshot, okay, so that you don't want to play ping pong with the developer. Now developer rejects it, it comes back to you. Again, you say something, you know, it goes back to developer. You don't want to do that because your boss will be monitoring you what you are trying to do. Okay, so don't take it easy. Okay. Okay, so here let's go to this one by one. What kind of environment is this? Okay, we are doing in test environment, so we want to put a test. As I told you, we have development environment, staging, production. Okay, you can have a number of environment, but thing is, 3 are most important: development, test, and production. Staging is good if you are working on ETL. There will be staging too. So for now, we'll just put its test environment. Okay, so what is priority and severity? There are 2 things here, you know, priority and severity. Okay, severity is what is the impact of bugs. Okay, because of that bug, how the application is responding now, how the application is performing, and you cannot proceed with your test cases. The whole team is having problems. Sometimes whole company has problem because of just one simple bug. Okay, so that's called severity. What is the impact of the bug? Is called severity. Priority is more like you telling developer what to do. Okay, priority is like how soon that bug should be fixed. Okay, priority is how soon the bug should be fixed. Severity is more for a QA related point of view. Priority is more for a development related point of view. Okay, but both are important for us. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go one by one. Okay, so there is 4 types. This is called this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay. Step means severity actually. This is like numbering system 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what's cosmetic? Let's go to cosmetic. So there's a cosmetic issue. So here we have a lot of cosmetic, right? Let's see. The cosmetic issues can be simple things like this GMO, like this color should be in blue color, it's in green color. So that's a cosmetic issue. And what's this? The font should be in different font. Okay, so that can be a cosmetic issue. So that kind of issues are cosmetic issues. Okay, and next we'll go to the minor problem. What exactly is this minor problem? Minor problem. Okay, so you know what, we'll take this as a minor problem. The shipping and handling fee, so we take this as a minor problem. Okay, that's a problem, and really it's not really that big problem because I can proceed with my test case, right? I have no issues. My test cases are not blocked. I'm good. So that kind of thing is like minor problem. Okay, and what, even this alphabets kind of thing is just a minor problem. Okay. Now let's go to the major problem. Now here's the thing, what? The major problem is something like this. Now whenever you're trying to click some URL and suddenly it's showing up this page. Now that's a major problem. Why? Because if there are something which should be displayed in the web page, we cannot proceed to that because my test cases are blocked. I cannot access this web page anymore. And whatever the test cases related to this web page are blocked, completely blocked. Okay, that's called major problem. Why? Because you are not able to complete your test cases. You are blocked. Okay. Then now that's a major problem. Now it's also a crash or data loss. This both is kind of similar. Crash and data loss is for more a production system. Whenever there is a production system issue, and those kind of issues are called crash. That's step 1, and step 1 should be fixed immediately. Okay, no waiting time. So, and what, priority goes normally simultaneously with severity. Let's say if you have cosmetic issue, you go with the low priority, and if you have minor problem, you go with the normal. Now, if you have cosmetic issue, now you are not going to do this. Okay, this doesn't make sense. Your developer is going to, you'll be having some hard time with the developer because if you are putting this cosmetic, putting solve immediately, that doesn't make sense. The developer will come to you. Okay, so don't do that. You have to put the normally it goes simultaneously, or if you have major problem, you can put as resolve immediately or high attention. That should be good. And if you have this data class, you will be going with the resolve immediately. But there is no way, like if you put data class loss and low issue, now you'll get a call from your boss. Okay, not from anyone else, because this is not low priority. This is high priority, so that should go. So that's how it goes with severity and priority. Okay. And this is very important to make sure what kind of problem you're facing. Here we'll just put it minor problem and normal. Any questions here? Severity and priority? Okay, good. So I assume you got, you understood this. Okay. Okay, great. That's good. You need to be proactive. That's right. You need to be proactive. Okay. So submitted by. See, it should. This is test case. Okay, you're opening a defect here. So submitted by will be a tester. Okay. And owner of this defect, we'll check it out here. Here you see this owner. You know what? This guy will be the developer guy, because owner of the defect is always a developer. But submission, who is submitted? If you are opening this defect, it will be your name. Okay. If developer is opening, now they'll put their name because because they will show that, okay, I have open defect. Okay, so that's fine. They will, so it's most of the time it will be testers. Creation date, this is disabled. Found in build. So if you know the build, go ahead and now actually, you know what, this is supposed to be filled by the developer. Found in build you can write, but filled in build is not your job. This should be filled by the developer. And target build, if you know, go ahead, you can write it. Most of the time we won't know it. Resolution, again, resolution is filled by the developer, because we are not going to resolve this, right? We are just opening defects. Solving defect is developer's job. So if you know what is all this, okay, it can be anything. As I told you, it can be user interface issue, some software limitation, and they might reject your defect, saying that it's not a defect, it's a feature. Okay. And they can reject if you're not putting any screenshots, any information properly, they need more information. Okay. Now, if somebody else opened this, it goes to duplicate, says that they have rejected, your defect get rejected because someone else already opened it. And if it, as I told you, it can be ETL change, their database or configuration. So this gets, so if you're lucky, they route your defect to the concerned department, but most of them, they don't. You have to figure it out which developer is responsible for this. Okay, so all these things, right, is the resolution put by the developer. Target date, we know the target date is 23rd and it should be fixed before 23rd. Release notes, if you have any notes saying that, okay, I know what the steps and what are the procedures you need to follow and what way you're following, you can put it here. Just put it note for here. And does it affect documents? See, here's the thing, documents, you have a lot of documents, right? Mapping document, FRD, or, requirements, a lot of things. Because of this issue, does it also affecting document, or it's an issue from the document? Okay, either way. Does the document did not specify this properly, that's why you're opening defect, or there's a document there, but they didn't do it well in the, at their end. So that's the reason you need to put, is the documentation? Yes, is there in the documentation, but they didn't resolve, or it's not there in the documentation. So either way, it affects the documentation. Okay, so nobody cares about this, so don't worry about it. No, but if if you are responsible to do this, then you need to do this. Okay. So there is here Salesforce case ID. Sometimes, okay, let's say, okay, Salesforce is a CRM, so nothing to do with this. That's a CRM thing. But if it has to get routed, sometimes they keep the track. So this might already get, automatically gets updated with case ID. Okay, Salesforce case ID and case number. Otherwise, you don't have to worry. Okay, most of the time you don't have to worry because you're not dealing with 2 to 3 test management tool. Normally it would be 1 test management tool. Okay, and if you know the release, go ahead and write the release. Which iteration does it belongs to? You can go ahead and put that iteration. Expedite, if you want to expedite this defect. Yeah, if you want to expedite, if you did data cross and all this, you want to do this expedite. So at that time you can put yes. Here we put it no. And notes, if you have any notes, saying that, comments by developer, comments by tester, you write here, okay, saying that Okay, so you know what? How I write here is, so here you don't have the name. So let's say if I want to write, now why do you need all this? Because again, your boss will be checking all these things. What are you trying to do? Okay, good. Okay, so here's the thing. I write it. It's up to you how you want how to use it, but um, I'll just make sure it gets highlighted and so that your boss knows you're really working on it. Otherwise, they think okay, you're not doing anything, so they think like okay, this defect is you're not working on it. Okay, so you want to write some notes saying that you talk with the developer. They said yeah, this will be going to fix soon. Okay, so you ask the time. Okay, when exactly? So they'll say we don't know for sure, but of course it will get fixed before next week. So you write the same information here, writing, okay, as per the discussion by the dev team, this defect will be get fixed soon, so that your boss knows it, so that your boss knows, okay, you're working, it's good. Now, your boss always needs to know that you're working. Now you're working regularly, otherwise they will catch you. Okay. Okay, so we have filled all the information here, and we'll just go ahead and click on create. Oh, whoops. Okay. Now that's a problem here, right? So how did I fix this? So this should be like this. Okay, great. Okay, so you know what? I'll open a defect. Any questions so far? So I've been here. You have this columns. What is the rank? What's the ID? And what's the name? Which user story does it belongs to? What's the severity of this defect? What's the priority state? What's the state? And always make sure it's an open. Okay. Who submitted this? And who is owner of this? And all those things. And you can view it pretty quick. Okay. The other way to track this. Okay, so somebody asked a question, right? I missed some data here. So what we did is we filled up in the notes section. Okay, in the notes, you're trying to say that, you're trying to put some notes here saying that, that as per the discussion, because you talked to the developer team and they said, yeah, this is going, we don't know when it gets fixed, but of course it will get fixed before the next week. So, you know what they told, you're writing the same thing. So that's what we discuss in the notes section, okay? And we fill all this information here. And you know what, you can also go ahead and look into this, okay? You need to always make sure this information is filled, because this shows which project you're working on. See, this is limited information, but there's a lot more than this, because you need to show which project, which iteration, and which sprint it is going, in a lot of things. Okay, here we have limited information, so we filled it. Okay, someone has one more question. Rank, yeah, that's a very good question. I am not sure why this rank is option is there here, because everything can be filled here. You see this? I'm going to put some number here. I can do that right away here. Okay, and I can change the submission status right away. But the rank is something odd, which I cannot fill anything here. You see this? Neither it's a clickable or anything. So pretty hard actually. This is supposed to have this number actually, numbering system. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. But I think that's a defect from Rally itself. Or Rally, those guys has to explain that why exactly they have this rank system when you don't show any numbering system here, okay. They're supposed to be numbered, like, if you want to change the defects, but what defects has to be priority and what's the next priority, okay. Yeah, it's a bug from Rally itself. So, you know what, you can also give the feedback. Here you have this option. Give them feedback saying that, hey, can I know what's the use of this rank? Because it's not an editable field like others. You have this is editable. I mean, not editable, clickable at least. But rank doesn't do anything, right? That's a very good question. All these are editable here. You see this user story. Of course, you don't need anything, so we know which user story we are working on. Severity, priority, state, everything is editable except this rank. There's nothing in there. So that's a very good question. So need to check with these guys. Give me feedback saying that you have support team. Support, you can contact them saying that, hey, rank is not getting updated with numbers, or what's the use of this? Okay. Okay, that's good. Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, so let's quickly check. Okay, if no questions, we'll just quickly check here. So now, any questions on whole Rally? I mean, so far we have discussed about this Rally, right? Creating test cases, execution of test cases, opening defects. So this Rally is simple. I mean, you just have to navigate it. Just you have access to it. You can go ahead and look into it. Just don't delete anything. You'll get some pretty good idea of using this tool. Okay, but make sure you don't get addicted to this tool, because I'm not telling you, what I have to do, what you have to click on this button. Although I'm explaining you because you are new to this tool, but you are not going to use this in your project. You may or may not. I don't know. Okay, so don't get okay. No, I'll be only using Rally. I only know Rally. I don't want to use another tool. Now that doesn't work that way. Okay. So just understand the process. What's the process? Writing the test cases, execution of test cases, opening defects, reporting defects to the developer, coordinating with the developer, coordinating with the scrum master, coordinating with the leads, coordinating with anyone on your team related to your issues, related to the documents, related to your test cases. That's the job is, okay, not the tool. They will change, company will change, or any new tool, even I don't know. So, so don't get just used to this tool. Okay, somebody asked, right, when to use automation when creating test cases. When to use automation test cases or manual test cases. So if you're working on manual, you'll be using manual test cases. Okay, automation is something which I didn't explain about it. That would be a different thing. You're using any tools such as QTP, such as Selenium, load runner. So those are tools. I didn't discuss any tool here. So we are all working on manual. So far we were just working on manual. We didn't use any tool. We didn't use, we just, use this web application that's called demo.golang, and we were just testing manually, clicking this button, viewing that button, that's it. That's called manually. Automation is something which you need to use a tool, third-party tool, to do all this work, what I've shown you. Okay, all this work will be done by the tool. You do just one recording and play that, that's it. So that's manual. So of course, manual test cases are different from automation test cases. So little different, okay, but so somebody asked, right? Is rally and QC a different process? So we do the question again. QC and rally have the same process. QC, not just QC and rally. Every test management tool has the same process. Okay, but the interface what you see is different, right? Let's take an example. Why not? So we just take an example here. I'll just go, show you a pretty quick an example. I hope this is working. So this is called Jira. Okay, so we'll discuss about this in detail. I'm just showing you as a demo here. Just will not go here more detail because we'll have this class on this Jira. Okay, so let's say exactly the tools are different. Okay, but the process is same. You see this? This is a Jira. Now, what you are trying to do? You are trying to do the same. What is that? Creating test cases, creating, executing the test cases, opening it, all these are same. You know what? Just go ahead and create, just use one button. Here is pretty simple. You know what? Yeah, just we'll just put a new task and open this ticket. That's it. Okay. So my point is, no matter what tool you're using, you will be doing the same process on any tool. Okay. So you don't have to be QC, don't have to be Rally, don't have to be Jira, don't have to be Team Foundation Server, you don't have to be Zephyr. Just get used to the process. Okay, so here this tool is easy. So you can say, okay, where is the user story? You can say, but when tool is different, you need to figure it out yourself. No one says that. Okay, yeah, somebody asked. We'll just use one of them. Yeah, sometimes, most of the time you'll be using one tool, sometimes you'll be using two tools, okay? Because here's the thing, sometimes, a developer is just one tool, like they want to use ClearQuest, and we are using, something like Rally. So these are two different tools, okay? But you don't have to use two tools, but, sometimes there's a scenario where you have to use two tools. But most of the time, yes, one tool, okay? And what mostly use? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what mostly use, because if they are using it, if you are going to be in agile environment, then mostly Rally will be there, or they sometimes client has their own software. They don't use any third-party tool. You know what? They will be using their own tool. Sometimes that's the case. Okay. And somebody asked how to write test cases from any requirement document. Okay, so that's a very good question. So I didn't told you right that thing. That's a very good question. How do you write test case based on the requirement document? So we'll go through that documents. Once we'll go to the documents, okay, we'll figure it out how to write requirements. So we'll be having. Okay, so pretty quick. Let's check here. So that's a little bit advanced question for everyone. I'll just give a hint on this. Okay, we'll just. So I'll be giving you access to this Google Drive. Okay, there's a Google Drive and a lot of information here. You can go ahead and check on that. So I'll just show you pretty quick requirement document. Although I'll be explaining that. So just because somebody asked a question, right? How do you write test cases based on the requirement? So far we were so easy, right? We took it easy. We know the application. So okay, so let's pretty quickly check the documents. Okay, what are the requirement documents and how do we write the test cases based on that? We're running out of time. Let's go pretty quick. So let's take this as a functional required document. Okay, so this is FRD. Okay, this is very simple FRD. and this is the requirement here. Okay, so okay, we'll go through this in. So this is the requirement. So based on this, you need to write the test cases. So as you told, right, first name, last name, address, city. Okay, so based on this, you need to start writing test cases. Okay, you know what is first name. First name is static text. What is the field value? We know this. Okay, okay. This document is nowhere related to this website, but I'll just show you how to compare this one. You know what? Just pretty quick go to this. So what does that mean? The documents mean, look at this. First name, yeah, we have this name. Last name, okay, this is not there in the last name. Address, oh yeah, of course we have this address. So now you have to assume that this requirement is similar to these fields and similar to text, and then start writing your test cases. Does it make sense? Somebody asked a question, right? How do we are going to write a test case based on this requirement? So this is the requirement. We don't have the application ready yet, but you need to compare. Okay, so this makes sense. City, yeah, we have city here. Good. State. Oh yeah, we have state. Zip. So based now you project that in your mind, saying that okay, so this is how the application is, and then I need to write the test cases for this. Okay, so we go through this. Okay, don't worry about it. Just explain because somebody asked a question. Okay. So, okay, so let's go back to here. So now let's go to the reports pretty quick, okay? Now let's say, you're done with the QA, you're good. Now they hired you as a lead. So now you're a lead. So now not even this QA job, you will be doing more work. You will be also having the extra work here. So you will be going to the report section. Let's see how, we have a lot of reports. This Rally, good thing about Rally is the reports are automatically generated here for you. You don't have to do anything. Let's see pretty quick defects by priority. Let's say your boss requires, okay, why don't you give me, your reports, get the reports. What you are going to do is go to the report section. Okay, I'll just quickly show you again. Go to the report section. Once you go to the report section, all these reports are, are there for you. Iteration progress, a lot of information here. Go ahead and click on defects and priority. And let's say, you know what, you want to send this to your boss. Your boss said, send me the report by end of the day, before the end of the day. And what you want to do is go ahead and click on page tools, which is located in the right upper corner. Say that email and put your email, boss email. And if you want to add CC, you can go ahead and add CC and message the report. You don't have to, and send. Okay, great. So I just, send the report to my boss. So that's it. Okay. So that's how you can send the reports. Everything is here itself for you. And if not, sometimes it will be a little hard for you that, what reports, So you can create your own reports. Go ahead and click on this add new. And you can, say what kind of you want to see in the reports, the actual, what kind of data you're looking for, and how it should be broken up, and what filters you need to avoid irrespective data. Okay, and run, and you can get the report. Okay, great. I also got the report here. This is how your boss gets a report once, So this is a job more for a lead point of view, QA lead, and they said, to send the report, and you send this report. Okay. So these reports is more for a project level. Okay, so this is more of a project. They want to see how the project is going, how how things are going on in the projects you want to see. But there's one more report called team level report, which your boss want to see your performance, right? So in that cases, let's see here. Okay, so here you go. They want to see your test cases. What test cases you are doing? Okay, you're a lead, so you know what you're trying to do. So go to the test cases section. You want to generate report for this. Go ahead and click on actions, which is located in the right corner, upper right corner, and click on print reports. Okay, so I'll just put it default and print. Okay, so this explains what your team members are doing here. Okay, and what will I do is print. Option is print, and you know what? I'll just save it on my desktop. Okay. Okay, great. So now I'll send this report to my boss. So this is called team level reports, where you're sending report of your test cases of your team members, test cases and defects, all these things you will be sending. Okay, you can do this similar way for the defect section too. Go ahead and click on defects and okay, so here, okay, here you go. Great. You know what, you can do this, or you can export to the CSV. That should be good. Once you export, let's quickly check on this. Once you export it, this will be a little bit easy because it shows all the information and you can track it. Okay, great. So here you have these 3 defects that is pending, and you can send these defects to your boss saying, okay, these are this. And if you think the defect is closed, then you put it, mark it as closed. Or what you can do is select this, and you want to strike it off, saying that okay, this defect is fixed. We are no more working on this. And you all just want to strike through and finish this. Okay, so now we are left with 1 defect, and so this is how you can do. Okay, this is one scenario you can use this. Okay, so this is reports. Okay, you want to send the reports to your boss. There are 2 types of reports. One is project level reports, and is team level reports. Team level reports, it's to track your performance, how you are doing and what you are doing and what are the test cases, what are the defects, so on. And project levels to track on the project, how much resources you need for the project, how much resources are put in the project, what is going to happen at the end of the day, how it's going to end up. So that's 2 reports. But this is mostly job of a lead. Lead will be taking care of this. Okay, not QA tester, not QA analyst, not software engineer, QA lead. Okay. Any questions so far? So this is more, this will be the end of this rally. So we'll just take a look on this syllabus next. So you can, have a look, since you have username, password, have a look at this rally, get comfortable with it. If you know one tool, that's good, that should be good. So, okay, so we have completed this rally. Tomorrow we'll discuss, tomorrow. We'll go into more of a theoretical point of view. Okay, we know how to test an application. We open a lot of defects. We have written a lot of test cases. But the next point is, we need to know a little bit information on the environment. So what kind of environment? What is SDLC? What exactly we do? What are the various requirements we are working on? A lot of things. Okay. So tomorrow we'll go through this, and we just will be ending 1 week for this. Next week we'll be starting, different. We also, we'll work on different tools too, Jira and HPADM. So just you'll have some idea on other tools too. Okay, so are everyone good? Any questions, any suggestions? Okay, so I'll be giving you homework on this defect. Now, make sure you guys do the homework. See, day by day, what I'm seeing is, okay, things are getting slow. You see this? You know what? Look at this homework. This homework. There's so many people who did the homework. That's good. I know. It's almost like half of the people. Now, the moment I look here, now the amount is reduced less than half. You see this? Only seven people. Okay. Now, I think by defects will be only one or two people. That's right. And at the end of the day, I think people will stop coming to the class. So that's how it's going. So make sure you be proactive. Okay. Be proactive. Be consistent. Okay. What I'm trying to do, you have to do it till end of the, end of the class or end of the day. You have to complete it. Okay. Unless, yeah, of course, unless you're going as a manager, if you want to become a boss, that's a different story. But if you want to be, into QA lead or something, you need to follow this. Okay. Okay. So, if no one have any questions, can we close this class for today? Okay. Thank you, guys.